Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just gonna pop into the office here and make a quick video of you. Just driving around, and I was thinking about my clients and what their needs are. And basically, there's a big need for technology. So I just wanted to talk to you quickly about three pieces of technology that you should be using for real estate, and one that you are currently using that's wrong. So I know that not everybody's relationship with real estate, or sorry, with technology is the best. Some people find it confusing, but I promise you that all the pieces that I show you here are going to be very, very easy to use. You're only going to need two things. You're going to need a desktop computer or a laptop, but they are computer based, and you're going to need an internet connection. So I'm just going to head right in here. The first piece of technology that people find very, very useful is this website. It's called geo.snb.ca. So what this is actually a mapping website that the government of New Brunswick has put out. And it has a lot of really, really valuable tools and a lot of valuable information. So what I like to do is just walk you right through that. So you can see on my screen here, we got up here, GeoNB.snb.ca, that's the website. And right over here, we'll just walk through everything. There's a map right here that you can zoom in and zoom out by either clicking or going through this arrow right here. You can zoom in, zoom out. Right here, you can type in an address, and it'll bring you right to that address. Anywhere in New Brunswick. This is a really, really good tool right here, this little paintbrush here and palette. Really, really good for measuring things. I'll show you that in a few seconds here. Right here, we have a search. So you can search by PID number or PAN number. Right here, you can print any information that we find up. And we'll go through these in greater detail in a second. Right here, you can search by PID number. Right here, you would have any recorded flood information. So all the flooding that happened over the last however long the governor of New Brunswick would have tracked this. Here we have the wetlands information, and there's a legend right here. The ferries, what all the lines will be. You can bookmark places right here. So if you want to just jump to a city, right there. Right here, you can just find some more information. More, you can add layers or take layers away. So if you want roads in there or wetlands, flood information, whatever you want, place names, we'll do roads. And then right here, we also have different types of maps. So you can do the topographical map, which is what we're in now, an aerial map, or you can do a gray map. So for this exercise, we'll use topographical. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this bookmark right here. And I'm going to just jump to St. John. Like that. We'll jump to St. John. Right here, you have St. John in the greater St. John area. And we might just pick a place here. Keep zooming in. So as you can see here, we have all the roads. But what's really cool is as you zoom in, you can start seeing the actual parcels of land that accompany them. So these would all be lots here. They'd all be building lots. You can just keep zooming in. This one, let's go to Queen Street right here. Zoom right in. Oh, sorry. Zoomed in. We can change the map. And here you can see all the buildings. And right here, you just have the parcels of land. So you can probably tell this is pretty useful. But for example, if you just want to click on a piece, what you can do is just copy this PID number. I have to Control C it. Come up here, Control V, search it. This will bring you up all the information about the house. So we can see here this piece is on land titles, is 2-story building. Really important, the assessment is 174.8 and the taxes are 85. We can do a deeper dig right over here. And you can get more information. So really, really good. I'll just show you quickly how to use some of these tools. But these are all really, really good tools. You can just go through. You can either just draw a point, put a point in there, draw a line, a straight line. You can draw a freehand line. You can draw a rectangle, draw a circle, draw an oval, it looks like. This is the one that I use the most, this polygon, freehand polygon, or you can add text. So I'll give you an example here. Say I want to measure this lot right here. What I would do is I would choose this right here. I'd pick a fill color and I'd want it to show measurements, and I'd pick the way that I want it to show measurements. So I want to see it in square feet. And I'm just going to start clicking and dragging. When I'm done, I'll double click and it's going to give me the approximate area of that place right there. So very, very useful. We will just zoom out here. And I'll show you some more mapping features. We'll come over here where places around this river here that may have been subject to flooding. What we can do is we can actually just add this layer here. Flood information, yes. Make it more. And this is just going to show us here. We'll just minimize this. The areas that have flooded. So if there's properties, well, that's a bad example. See, for example, if you were interested in any of these properties here, you wanted to know if they had ever flooded, any recorded flood information would be on here. You can see here for this property, for instance, the water's never come up to the house there. So that would be really, really useful to see. Sometimes what you do see is houses that have just been completely covered with that. So it's good to know, because I know a lot of people are concerned about water and flooding. The other layer that we can add on here is wetlands. And I'll just show you that there. So it would just tell you right over here what type of wetlands it is. And for example, this piece right here has some regulated wetlands. So you can probably see that that's really, really useful. I'll just click on another property again. We'll copy this PID. We'll type it into this parcel. And I'll show you that it will actually give us, if we go right here and generate PFD report, straight from Service New Brunswick, will bring you everything that you need about it. So let me know what you think about that. That's the first piece. The second piece is pretty easy. Some people will use this and some people won't. But this is the ZoneSJ mapping app. And basically this app here is for desktop as well, but it will allow you to see which properties are zoned residential, commercial, everything like that. So you would have your legend right over here to go through all different types of zoning here. The main ones that we are looking for obviously are residential and commercial, or the main ones that I would deal in at least, but you can just see here that there's been a whole bunch zoned. We can just come on up here. Maybe we'll focus on the uptown again. And what you can do is, if you're interested in a property, you find where the property is. Say, for example, you're interested in something right around here. It's going to tell you RC. You might be thinking, what does RC mean? You just click on this little area, Urban Center Residential. That's what that's zoned for. So very, very useful. The other reason that you might use this is maybe you'd be interested in a property that's zoned residential, but it's right next to a commercial lot. Just be good to know. So those are the two right now that you should be using. Just take a quick second and I'm going to tell you about one that you're actually using wrong, and it's the one that people use the most. So it's Realtor.ca. So you're probably thinking, Rob, Realtor.ca is really, really great. I find out a lot about my properties on there. Yes, that's true, but it's also not true. With Realtor.ca, they don't put a lot of the information on there. You know, the mapping functionality is always messing up. You can't see when there's price reductions on properties. You don't know how long they've been on the market. You don't know what the tax assessments are, what the taxes are, and when properties do sell, they take them right off the market. So it's not really a great way to find real information about houses. A great way to search, but we'll just focus right here on this Southern Peninsula again. When you find a house that you like, you can go through and you would click on and find some more information about it. We'll go into this one here. This is one of my properties. We're having an open house. And this is basically the information that you would usually get. You're going to have your write-up right here, and then some general information about the house. Just note that there's no taxes on here. There's no assessments on here. It doesn't tell you how long it's been on the market, and it doesn't tell you when it sells. It'll just be taken off and have the sale price off. So what Realtor.ca is good for is learning about the neighborhood. So there's lots of other great stats on Realtor.ca. If you just come on over here and click on neighborhood and statistics, these are the two ones that we're going to focus on. So if you want to really know about a neighborhood, it's really, really good. All of this information is taken from a survey that the Canadian government does, but you can find out about this piece of area right here. So we can explore the area. We can see that the schools here are rated great. It's quiet. There's daycares. It is car friendly. There's groceries nearby. There's elementary schools. It's very pedestrian friendly. There are some parks, cafes, but you can just get a good idea of what it's like. We know that the nightlife and it is very vibrant uptown right now, so I would question when this was last updated. But you can see right there. And then also you can get some more statistics about what this region is like here. So the median age is 53. There's 400 people there. The average household income is $43,000. 19 households with children. It's really, really good information, especially if you want to know what neighborhood you're moving into. Population by age group, it's just broken down here. So we can see that the main population of that sector there is 20 to 34-year-olds, and then after that it would be 50 to 64-year-olds. You can see that the population there has been in decline and is projected to be into decline until 2024. What type of education the people that live there have. The biggest part here is most people are high school graduates. From there, they have a diploma that is not certified from a university. Really, really good to know. Marital status. We're between single people and married people, a good mixture of people in this specific area. And it would just go from there. So you might really be concerned about moving in to an area that people speak your language. So for example, if you were Korean or Mandarin, you just want to know what type of people are living there. And it just keeps going on. So really, this is a good way to learn more about an area, but less about the specifics about a property. So you might be asking yourself, how do I learn more specifics about a property? I have a tool for that. And this is what it is. It's a tool through auto emails, or this is called MarketWatch. And this is what MarketWatch does. MarketWatch gives you a competitive advantage over people who are not using it. So it will give you instant updates up to 24 hours before those other websites, Realtor.ca included, are updated. Update you up to 24 hours. It will send you price reductions. It will send you new listings on the market. And more importantly, when things sell, it will post the price. You can see tax assessments, you can see what the taxes are and what the assessments are. So I'm just going to jump in here and show you an example of how to use this. This is something that I could set you up for, but This would have been an email that you would get, or an example of an email that you get that I just set myself up for. We'll click onto this Union Street here, and I'll just walk it through. So showed you before, it never had certain information. Right here, we can go down here. We can see how long it's been on the market, DOM, how long it's been on the market. CDOM is the complete days on market, so how long it's ever been listed ever. Maybe not just this time. We can go down here. Of course, it has all the descriptive features that everything else has, and it also has the taxes, the tax year, the assessment, and the condo fees. All of this information right here is usually withheld on Realtor.ca. So that's good to know. Of course, it would have the mapping features and everything else that Realtor.ca would have with just a little bit more information. We're just going to go back to the results here. I'll give you another example, maybe a couple more examples. We'll look for something that has had a price reduction. I just set myself up for this. So right here, you'd be notified if you were interested in a property in this price range, in this area, you would get an email that says that there's been a price decrease. You can see that this one has recently had a price decrease. Listed at 104. You have the ability to make notes, by the way. And then once again, how long it's been on the market for, really, really important. And then what the financial and tax information would be just right here. Taxes, tax year, what it's assessed at, and what the condo fees are. That's all really cool, but what I'd like to do is show you one of the coolest features, which is when things sell. So we're just going to take a look here and look for something that's sold. Usually we have to go down a little bit. Sold. Right here, this is a good example. We click into it here. On Realtor.ca, usually this property would just be taken off. And as we can see here, we can see what it sold for. So it was listed for 74 and it sold for 69. This is really, really useful for people that are doing their research months and months in advance to kind of track and see neighborhoods. So what's cool about this as well, we'll just go back, is it saves everything into what I would say is a news feed for you. Keep all these properties in one spot so that if you don't look for a week, they're all in here. You can see what's sold, you can see what's active, you can see everything. Guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you have any questions. I really appreciate you watching it. Let me know if it's helping you. Let me know what you use, and let me know if I missed anything at all. I'd love to make some more videos. Thank you very much, and have a great, great day.